Hey friends, welcome back to the Digital Income Lab. I am Jody Marvin, and today we're talking about something that, I wish I had figured this out a little sooner, which is how to make money online without constantly trading time for dollars. Because let's be real for just a second, all right? Most people start their online businesses the same way that I did, all right? Which was offering services and working with clients, which I love and which I still do today, all right? And while that's a really, really great way to get started, there does come a point where you realize when you're working this kind of business is that you only have so many hours in the day. If you stop working, you stop making money. And no matter how good you are, there's an income ceiling, all right? Does that sound familiar to you? Well, what if I told you there's actually a way to break out of that cycle? Well, today I'm going to be sharing this. Number one, my personal journey. So I went from working a 9-to-5 job outside of the home, right, to starting my first online income stream. And I'm going to tell you all about that. And then I'm going to tell you that I'm going to share with you the moment I realized I needed leveraged income and what that actually would mean for you as well. What is leveraged income? Number three is how I found an opportunity and why it's been a total game changer for me. And number four is how you can actually start building income streams that grow even when you're not working. All right? Are you ready? Let's go. All right, so we're going to take this back to the year 2010. I was 40 years old. I was working a full-time job and juggling life with 3 little girls at home. And you know what? Life was busy. It was chaotic and exhausting and all the things. I'm sure that you can relate to that. But more than anything, I knew that something had to change and I wanted to change my life. I didn't want to be tied to an office every single day and missing all the moments with my kids. And I really needed to find a way to make money from home too, because, to still financially contribute to our household finances, all right? We needed that second income. So that's when I discovered virtual assistants. So what I did was I took the skills that I already had because I was an office manager back then. So back in 2010, I was an office manager in an attorney's office. And I thought, you know what? I know that I have some skills that I can transfer from working with an employer, bring them into my home and serve multiple clients and be able to earn a living from home. All right. So next up, what I did was I landed my first few clients. I did this alongside of my full-time job, mind you. All right. So I was working some nights and weekends. And then I kind of realized, wait, you know what? I actually can do this. I really can. So then what I did was I just built a business that let me quit my 9-to-5 and work from home. So of course I had to build up enough clients where, I didn't have time to do both. So that's when I eventually transitioned from my full-time job to working from home as a virtual assistant. And you know what? Listen, I am so grateful for that experience. That virtual assistant business actually changed my life. But there was a little bit of a problem, all right? And the problem was trading time for dollars, all right? Because here's what no one really tells you when you start working online. So you can become the best virtual assistant, the best coach, the best service provider out there, but eventually you do hit a wall, okay? You will hit that wall. There's only so many hours in the day. Again, if you don't work, you don't get paid, and clients come and go, and you have to keep replacing them. And honestly, sometimes that can be exhausting, all right? And I realized that if I ever wanted true financial security, I needed to find a way to make money that wasn't actually tied to my time. And that's when I started looking into leveraged income streams. Remember I told you I was going to tell you what leveraged income streams are? They're ways to build a business where you do the work once and it keeps paying you, or your income isn't dependent on how many hours you work, or you can create multiple streams of income instead of relying on just clients, okay? And that's when I discovered something phenomenal, which is called DWA, or Digital Wealth Academy. And let me tell you, it changed everything for me. So I'm going to tell you how it changed everything. So first of all, what is DWA? So, and why did it completely shift how I make money online? So DWA stands for Digital Wealth Academy, and it's basically a done-for-you digital system that helps you start earning leveraged high-ticket affiliate commissions without having to create your own products or build complicated websites or be techie or chase leads all day long, all right? Does that sound good? Now, when I first saw it, I had 2 thoughts, all right? My first one was, why didn't I know about this sooner? I think my life and my business would have looked a lot different if I knew this back in 2010. And number 2 was, I wonder how many other women need this too, right? So you know what, you guys, I went all in, and here's what happened next. I started learning affiliate marketing. And I started learning it without feeling overwhelmed, all right? Because I followed a step-by-step training and I set up my systems in just a few days. My virtual assistant business took me months or years, all right? But this system only took me a few days or maybe a week. And I made my first commission online without working with a one-on-one client, all right? And it took me about a week and a half to get my first sale. So for the first time, I saw what it felt like to earn money without actually trading my time for it. And that is when I knew that this was the missing piece in my business. This was the stream of income that I needed. So I just want to tell you how you can actually get started with DWA for free as well, all right? And so I want to ask you this. What would it feel like to wake up, check your email, and maybe see you made some money while you're sleeping? Or how about to spend the day with your kids and still make an income? Doesn't that sound amazing? Because that's exactly what happens when you build a leveraged income stream, you guys, all right? That's what we're talking about, leveraged income streams. And the best part is that you don't have to figure it out alone. Amazing. I had to figure out my VA business by myself, you guys. I didn't have anybody there to handhold me. I did it all alone while I was working my full-time job. And I'll tell you, it took a lot of time, okay? But we're in a different time and a different age now. Digital marketing is all over the place. It's not going anywhere because actually in the year 2030, which is only 5 years away, this industry is anticipated to be a $1.5 trillion industry. I said trillion, okay? So let me tell you something else. So when you purchase DWA, if you purchase it through me, I actually throw in free mentorship. So I would personally help you get set up, show you how to make your first sale, and answer all of your questions. And here is how you can get started. So I have a link that I can show you that will take you to my page. So you would just grab DWA through the link that I give you. And then step 2 is just to get immediate access to my mentorship for free, which I'm gonna give you a little spoiler alert. If you already purchased DWA and you don't have a mentor and you need a mentor, I do charge for my mentorship. But if you purchase DWA through me, I throw in free mentorship. It's a $97 value, and it's a one-time fee. Okay. If you already have DWA and you just are looking for a mentor. So step number 3 is just to start setting up your system and start watching your business grow. All right. So again, if you already have DWA and you just want mentorship, you can join for a one-time fee of $97. But if you are ready to build an income that isn't tied down to your hours, you guys, because listen, if I could do it, especially at 40 years old, can you believe that? With 3 kids, starting from scratch, you can do it too, all right? So if you are like me and you're tired of trading time for dollars and you want to start making leveraged income, because now you know what leveraged income is, right? Let's do this together. So first, just join DWA, get my free mentorship, all right? If you already have DWA, join my mentorship for $97. I can put the link right below. And also, if you are interested in this, drop DWA in the comments, the letters DWA in the comments if you're ready to start, and I will reach out to you, okay? Because you know what, you guys, really is. It's time to stop working harder and start working smarter, okay? And we can actually build this together. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit more what DWA is, okay? So Digital Wealth Academy is basically a digital course that teaches you 10 different income streams. All right, so you can take the course and you can start learning and applying different income streams to your life or to your current business. Now, what makes this course so different is that not only can you purchase the course and learn, but you have the ability to resell the course for a profit because they have an affiliate program. So what does that mean? You purchase the course, you can resell it only one time, you make your money back, and it's almost like you got the course for free, but you still get to keep the course and you still get to learn the 10 different income streams. All right. And then at that point, if you still want to keep reselling it over and over and over, then you can do that, or you can just choose to use it as a learning platform. All right. And that's what I do. I use it for both, you guys. So I'm using it, I'm reselling the program, and I'm using it to learn additional income streams. All right. Because I'm building my empire. I'm just building one income stream at a time. So that is just, it's an amazing opportunity. And it's just something that I've never seen before, just because you can actually resell the course. And the cool thing about that, again, is if you purchase DWA from me, I will throw in my mentorship for free, which is a $97 value. If you already have DWA and you don't have a mentor and you would like a mentor, then you can do that for a one-time fee of $97. But if you purchase DWA from me, which is $497, then you can, I will throw in my mentorship for free. Not to mention, on my page, I actually offer different payment plans. So you can possibly get started with zero down, and as low as $42 a month. So there's different payment plans. There's Affirm, there's Afterpay, there is Klarna. Now you do have to apply for these and you have to be approved. But once you go through that process, you'll see what you're approved for. So hopefully it's going to be zero down so that you can take your time, dive into the modules, get yourself set up, get your system set up. And then once you make your first sale, you pay off all of your payment plan. Okay. And then from that point forward, it's all profit. So that is about it, you guys. So this is an amazing income stream. Now I told you, you're here in the Digital Income Lab, right? Today's episode is all about an income stream. And look, there's lots of ways to make money out there. There's lots of different income stream opportunities, all right? This is just one of them, and we're building one at a time, all right? And this is the one that I'm testing at the moment. And I will tell you, so I started this on February 17th. I purchased DWA from my mentor on February 17th. And it was actually a bumpy start for me because I was not feeling well. I had some health issues going on. So I didn't jump into it right away. It took me a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Then I started going live and I started, posting on social media, and they show you how to do all of that, right? You get live scripts, you get all the social media posts that you need. And then once I started doing that, and I went live on a regular basis, only once a day though, I received my first sale on March 9th. So from February 17th to March 9th, it took me 2 weeks of setting up my business to create my first sale. I paid off my payment plan, and it's like I got the course for free, but I still have the course and I can still explore the 10 different income streams so I can keep setting those up. All right. Isn't that amazing, you guys? So that is what our episode is all about today. So if you are interested in this one source of income, it's just one income stream that you can explore to add to your tool belt, to add to your life. And then once you have that set up and your systems in place and you're generating some income, you can look at adding more income streams onto your life. All right. And that's the plan, you guys. It's adding one thing at a time, right? So it's not overwhelming, because look, if we try to do everything at once, what happens, to a confused mind? Nothing happens, right? Mine, I shut down. I totally shut down, and I'll just, like, my head will explode. So it's one income stream at a time. This is one. I promised you that I was going to be going out testing, because this is a lab. We're experimenting, right? I'm experimenting with different income streams, and DWA is the income stream that I am experimenting with right now. And I'm here to tell you that it is working for me. All right. So it took me a week to a week and a half to make my first sale. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my mentor that I purchased from. All right. So I was on TikTok. I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and I saw my mentor coming across my screen, and she was performing a live video, and she was talking about the DWA opportunity. So she was standing in her kitchen. She had a little baby. She had her little boy right next to her because she homeschools. And she actually started back in November of 2024. When she started in November of 2024, she was a full-time nurse, okay, working full-time outside the home, obviously. And she decided that she wanted to somehow change her life because she was burnt out and very tired. She had a little NICU baby. Her baby was in the NICU, and she just, they were having a tough time paying the NICU bills off. And so she explored DWA. She purchased in November of 2024. It took her, she received her first sale on day 7. She received 2 sales on day 8. And then by the end of 2024, she had made around $30,000 on her DWA journey. So now fast forward to about March 15th-ish, March 10th, something like that. My mentor has been able to leave her full-time job as a nurse. Now she is keeping like 1 day per month as a per diem nurse because she wants to keep her nursing license active, and I don't blame her because it was a lot of work to get that license. So she was able to leave her full-time job, and as of the last time I checked, she has made 6 figures just in 2025. So starting January 1st to around March 10th or March 15th, she has made $191,000 just in 2025. All right. And then she announced just a couple days ago that about 3 weeks ago, she was able to retire her husband. So if you guys are wondering why did I choose DWA as our experiment for the Digital Income Lab? Because you guys, I watched my mentor, I saw her success, she showed me the success of other people, and I'm telling you what, it's changing their lives. So I wanted to bring this back to all of you here that are in my Digital Income Collective community so that you can check it out for yourself, okay? So if you're interested in looking at DWA, there's actually a link here in our community where if you go up to the learning button at the very top, you click on learning and you're going to see the DWA course, all right? You're also going to see another course that's available. It's called DWA Mentorship. And it does cost for a mentorship if you do not purchase DWA from me. But if you've already purchased DWA and you want it, and you're new here in the community, or you want to join the community and you want that DWA mentorship, I also offer that for a very low cost. All right. But again, if you purchase DWA from me, you get my free mentorship. All right. And not only that, but you can get started with my payment plans. All right. Hopefully 0 down for about 30 days before you have your first payment. And hopefully you'll get your first sale before your first payment even comes in, and then you just pay it right off, okay? So that's it, you guys. That is our experiment for this week. It's all about Digital Wealth Academy. I will have some more opportunities coming for you because I'm doing a lot of testing out, you guys, because as I do these experiments and as I build and check out these different income streams, I'm going to bring them back to you so that you can explore them for yourself. All right, so you can decide for yourself. Do you want to build multiple income streams? I know that I do, okay? Because of course, I've told you this a million times. I'm not an advocate of putting all of my eggs in one basket, all right? We don't know what's going to happen. I could lose a client. People can lose their jobs. Anything could happen, all right? So that's why in today's digital world, exploring digital marketing is an amazing way to get started so quickly, all right? Back in 2010, again, it took me months or years to set up my business. Now it's a little bit different in 2025, and it's not going anywhere, all right? So that is it for today, you guys. If you have any questions about DWA, hit me up in the community or comment below, all right? Because we're going to be broadcasting this on YouTube, and then the replay is going to go into our amazing community of women who are looking to build multiple streams of income. And you know what? We actually have a couple guys in the community now as well. So you know what? It's everyone who is looking for just that opportunity to start making some money from home. And it doesn't matter what your why is, right? But think about your why. Back in 2010, it's because I wanted more time with my family and I had little girls that were growing up before my eyes. And I decided that if I don't do this now at the age of 40, time's going to go by quickly. And I'm going to tell you something. 15 years has gone by like that, you guys. And I'm so glad that I made that decision back in 2010 to start my first income stream from home. All right. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep exploring different income streams. And you guys, I just want to mention as well. So DWA has the 10 different income streams, and some of those income streams include affiliate marketing, TikTok shop, Etsy shop, Amazon affiliate, how to create your own digital products, how to create your own courses, Canva, photography, videography, print on demand. All right, it's basically everything digital marketing A to Z. Okay, so that is what is included in the course. So, I mean, you can't go wrong here because you could resell the course or you can just use it as a learning platform, okay? And about 30% of people who purchase DWA actually resell the course. I'm part of that 30%. The other 70% just use it as a learning platform. And I am part of that 70% as well because I'm never going to stop learning, right? We always keep learning as entrepreneurs. All right. And that's how we build our streams of income, you guys, just one at a time. So if you're interested in this income stream, again, comment below, hit me up, tag me in a post inside of our community, or you can reach out to me. You can email me at Jody, Jodi, at jodymarvin.com. All right. And I can answer any of your questions. We can even hop on like a 15-minute session and I can show you the back end of DWA. And you can decide if that is something that will fit your lifestyle. And if you want to get started on your first income stream, or maybe you already have income streams and you want to add another income stream into your life, all right, to keep building your empire and keep giving yourself promotions, you guys. Where else can you give yourself a promotion? Not at your employers, right? You can give yourself your own promotions by adding these different income streams on, just one at a time so it's not overwhelming. All right, you guys. So thank you so much. This has been so much fun. This is today's episode of the Digital Income Lab. Next week, I'll be back with exploring a different topic. All right. And I will let you know what that is because I'm working on that behind the scenes. All right. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. All right? Bye.